Family, what's good? It's your boy. Welcome back to Suits and Sense. Thank you for tuning to the channel. Thank you for returning. Today, family, I'm gonna give you six or seven fragrances that are specific for a distinguished. I stress that word distinguished, for a distinguished gentleman. Okay. In other words, this man got his together. All right. The distinguished gentleman. Okay. First time viewers, thank you for tuning to the channel. Welcome, Suits and Sense. Before you make any decisions, go back, check out some of the previous videos from Suits and Sense. Go from there. Continue, viewers. Much love. Truly appreciate you. I truly appreciate you. Can't do this without you. Can't stop. Won't stop. Not gonna stop. It's not gonna happen. All right, not gonna happen. All right, so today we're gonna do 6 or 7 fragrances, 6 or 7, I can't remember, 6 or 7 fragrances that are geared towards the distinguished gentleman, or geared to a distinguished gentleman. Okay, distinguished gentleman coming at it. All right, pineapple juice candle, pineapple juice, fam. Telling you, research it. Research it. Best defense against COVID. Pineapple juice clear your lungs. All right. All right. So 7 fragrances for a distinguished gentleman. Okay, let's get at it. All right, family. First fragrance in the house is Mare and Perzi. All right, Perzi, Mare. Now this is an aquatic fragrance to my nose. All right, oceanic, aquatic, that type of vibe. But it comes at you on, well, to me, it hit me in a different level. It hit me on a different level. It just wasn't like a normal aquatic, oceanic type fragrance, like Torino 21 and all the other ones that was oceanic, like in that nature. But this one came with a little bit more masculinity to it. To me, it came with a little bit more masculinity, and it was really saying something. It really was. From first spray, it opened a little citrus, not a lot. Because you got bergamot and lemon. Now with those two, you think it would be real, well, I ain't gonna say. Not overload, but the citrus was there in the opening. Okay, not overload, but the citrus was there. But then when that dried out, you got some seaweed to come in, some Chiron, some head wine. And then closing out, you got some musk, some ambroxan, and some cedar to close this fragrance out. That's why I say it takes you on a different level away from the aquatic type stage and the citrus stage. When that musk and the amber and the cedar and the ambroxan come in, it tones everything down and turns it to a nice, distinguished fragrance. A nice, distinguished scent. It truly does. That's a nice fragrance for a distinguished gentleman. Okay, nice, distinguished fragrance for a nice, distinguished gentleman. Came out in 2019. This should run you about 150, Shouldn't even be that much. Probably about 150 at the max, okay? All right, let's get to the next one. All right, family. Next, we're going to the house of Amouage, and it's Reflection 45. Okay, listen up. Neiman's running this about 500. Wish I would. 500, all right? You can get this cheaper on discount websites. Okay, you can get this cheaper on discount websites. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good fragrance and it's not worth 5 stacks. All I'm saying is times are tight. You gotta be conservative with your money. Now, if you're a baller and you're floating like that and you can run with it, boom, head over to Neiman's and get it. All right, if you're in the DMV, go to the crease stand, holler at Wendy and Francesca. They'll take you right to it. Take care of you. All right. Just saying. Came out 2021. Now, and here, why I say this is for a distinguished gentleman, because of the note breakdown. It's very, I'm not gonna say very complex, but it's complex enough. You got lavender, juniper berries, pink pepper, cardamom, and clary sage. That's in the opening. So it's doing a whirlwind. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Most Amouage fragrances are like that. They're busy. You know, it's a lot of work that's doing from first spray all the way to the dry down. It's a lot of work going on in there. So Amouage, you know, they're really you know, it's a whole different type of house. And then some iris, some jasmine, neroli. The neroli, when it comes in, the neroli peeks its head in there and it stays for a while. That neroli comes through and it's flamboyant to my nose. That neroli was very flamboyant. Some tonka, some vanilla, angelica. The vanilla you get slightly, not too much. The floral notes you get the floral notes, they really peek their head through. They really do. They peek their head through. To me, I'm not gonna say abundantly, but enough to where you know it's not a floral scent, but the floral, you know, is there. All right, the floral is there. Because on the dry down, the sandalwood, the opanox, the cedar, the patchouli. I always say this, patchouli is an excellent neutralizer for fragrances that are trying to run away with it and take control. So that's what you got in Amouage's Reflection, man, 45. Neima's wanting 5 stacks for it. You can get it cheap on discount websites. Came out 2021. All right. Excellent fragrance for a distinguished gentleman. Okay, let's get to the next one. Okay, this next one, you know it had to be in here. It just had to. Now, I'm not even going to get into the note breakdown. I'm not going to get into the price. I'm not going to get into the year it was released, because all you got to do is just say the name. And this is one that I have to put the brakes on. The House of Creed, Royal Oud. Absolutely distinguished gentleman all day, all day, all day. And yet I say again, all day. Distinguished gentleman right there. I mean, this fragrance and another one that I got on this list, the last one on this list, I'm going to say is the most distinguished fragrance that I have in my collection. Okay, and I have quite a few, but that last one, and this one, yes, I guarantee you, Royal Oud, the House of Creed. Nothing else needs to be said about this fragrance except the name. Okay, except the name, Royal Oud. Absolute banger for a distinguished gentleman. Okay, all right, let's get to the next one. Okay, family. Next, going to the house of Claude Marceau. Claude Marceau, and the fragrance is La Melody. Came out in 2016. Now, the price point was, it jumped around. So I'm gonna say for the price point for this, do your research. Okay, Neiman's doesn't carry this fragrance, so you got to get it. You know, either if you're near where Claude Marceau retailer is, bam, or the website. Okay, but Claude Marceau, La Melody, nice fragrance. Another one that opens somewhat aquatic, with a citrus vibe to it in the opening, but it transitions beautifully. Oh man, this thing transitions beautifully. Nice, distinguished fragrance. Like I say, it opens with some aquatic notes, mandarin orange, and grapefruit. So there go your aquatic and your citrus in there in the opening. Okay, but it doesn't stay at all. Then you got some jasmine and bay leaf coming there. The jasmine in here is done really nice. Really, really nice. Closing it out, patchouli, guaiac wood, oak moss, ambergris, and the one note that is in here that I absolutely adore, whiskey. I love fragrances that have a liqueur note in them. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Can't miss. Get your nose on this one, family. It's not overbearing. It's not a beast mode type fragrance. It's subtle. It's respectful of other people. That's what this fragrance is, respectful of other people. It's not trying to come in there and bum rush the room and overcrowd other people's senses and noses and all. That's a nice, pleasant scent for a distinguished gentleman. Get your nose on and try it out. All right. The Melody Claude Marcel. Okay. Let's get to the next one. Okay, family. Next, going to the house of Roja Dove. And it is Sola Blue. Sola Blue. Family. Listen. Okay. The history behind this fragrance is said that this is to replace Oligarch. Bad idea, bad choice. I love Oligarch. Another fragrance I had to pump the brakes on was Oligarch. Had to pump the brakes on this one. This just came out in 2023. But yeah, I did a lot of spraying with this one. But I was doing more samples and giving yeah, that's another story. But Oligarch, Sola Blue. Beautiful fragrance. The dry, to me, to my nose, the dry down is 1,000% better than the opening. The dry down is what made this fragrance an absolute distinguished gentleman fragrance to me. The dry down, absolutely gorgeous. You sprayed the opening, yeah. You know, you got lemon, bergamot, lime, apple, orange blossom, champaca. It's a lot. Well, of course, all you gotta do is say the name Roja Dove, and you know that it's gonna be a complex note breakdown right off the break. Okay, right off the break. So we're not gonna dive into the notes harder because it's a lot. But on the dry down, when that leather come in there, that juniper berry, that cedar, mate, galbanum, tonka bean, and patchouli, and it's a few other things that come in there. But when them notes on the dry down come in there and really take control of the fragrance, that's where the beauty happens. That's where the distinguished gentleman comes out in this fragrance, and boom, there you have Sola Blue, House of Roja Dove. Now, price point. I think Neiman's was it $550, I believe? No. That's just my suggestion. No. Yeah, I think it's either five. Yeah, I believe it was $550. I didn't check, but I think that's what it was. But no. No. Not saying it's not a good fragrance. Not saying it's not worth it. But $550, no. Get a sample. Go to Scent Split or one of them and get a like a 5 or 10 mil sample, and you'll be just good because you don't have to overspray with it. It's a powerful, potent fragrance. You don't have to overspray with it in that 10 mil. If you have a few fragrances that you can put in your rotation and you won't use this a lot, get a sample, a 10 mil sample, a 5 mil sample, whatever. Spray once or twice with them. That'll last you for a minute. Okay. All right. Let's get to the next one. All right, fam. Next, we're going to the house of Tiziana Terenzi. And the fragrance. Oh, man, I love this. I love this fragrance. I love it. Oh, goodness, I love it. Dang, almost messed my drawers up. Chiron. Beautiful. It's a beast mode scent, but in a smooth way. It's not flamboyant. It's not obnoxious. It's not trying to take over anything. It just like floats in there. You know, it just floats in. It just slides in real slow. Yeah, man, this thing is nice right here. This one, I'm about to say something I shouldn't say, but this one of the fragrances where you be like, can I just put the head? Oh man, forgive me, but that's Chiron. Yeah, that one is nice, man. Listen, came out in 2021, I believe. I could be wrong. 2021. Neiman's want $485. You can get it on discount website cheap. But like I said, if you're a baller, you want to roll up there, bam, go get it. But regardless, it's a beautiful scent. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Like I said, it's nice and smooth, man. It glides. It don't walk. It don't strut. It don't crawl. It don't float. It glides right across the floor like it. This thing is nice right here, Chiron. Get your nose on it, try it out, sample it. All right, you got to. It opens up with tonka bean, vanilla, orchid, and musk. That vanilla, oh my goodness. It's not like an extract or like a deep vanilla. It's like a nice, smooth, creamy vanilla, man. This, ooh, nice, man, nice. Then you have some tobacco and some ambergris. Look, that tobacco coming in, and the tobacco is present. It is present, but it's not overbearing. It's not a tobacco fragrance at all, but that hint of maturity is there with the tobacco. Really nice, really nice. Closing it out, Palo Santo, sandalwood, white oud. Oh, that white oud, another level of masculinity, and bourbon vanilla. All of them is absolutely gorgeous, man. All of them is absolutely gorgeous. The dry down on this is absolutely monster. The tobacco sticks around on the dry down and helps with that white oud with the masculinity, and that vanilla coming in. Chiron, yes, a fragrance for a distinguished gentleman, guaranteed. Let's get to the next one. All right, family. Oh God, listen. Next, going to the house of Burtnikoff. Now, I never could pronounce this fragrance correctly, so I know I'm gonna jack it up, but Lehor whatever. EXQUISE. If you know the name of it, then I don't need to say it. That's what you have. House of Burtnikoff. Woo. Listen. That's a true distinguished gentleman fragrance right there. Oh my goodness. That thing is nasty. Gorgeous. Nasty gorgeous. That's what that is. A nasty gorgeous fragrance. Absolutely. A nasty gorgeous fragrance. Oh my goodness. The neroli in the opening, it just propels this fragrance. It really, it jumps out at you. And the cardamom and the bergamot that's with it, the opening is just absolutely awesome. It is. And then you got, it's quite a few notes in there, so we're not going to go over all of them, but the ones that truly stand out, like I said, the cardamom, the bergamot, and the neroli in the opening, the champaka, the myrrh, Indian jasmine, Kekor. When that Kekor come in there, adds a level of mature sweetness to it. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes. Then we got some balsam and some agarwood. This right here is the title. Instead of that, Lehor Exquisite, whatever it's called, should be titled Distinguished Gentleman. That's what that should be titled. Gorgeous fragrance. Now, price point, I seen it. The highest was $320. The lowest I think was $170 something. So do your research, see where you can find it. But always get samples first. Always get samples first, because what agreed to me might not agree to you. But I'm just telling you the fragrances that I feel are a perfect fit for a distinguished gentleman. Okay, all right, let's get to this last one. All right, family, last fragrance for the evening, and this one right here I consider, well, all of them really, all of them are perfect fits for a distinguished gentleman. But this one right here, man, look, going back to the House of Rose Dove. And this is a true fit for a distinguished gentleman. True fit. Burlington, 1819. Yes. Came out in, I think, 2020. Now, price point, Neiman's want like the high threes, low fours, I believe. Again, do your research. Do your research, family. You can, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's not worth that price. It's an excellent fragrance, a nice distinguished fragrance. It opens, with the citrus vibe, grapefruit, lime, bitter orange, and mandarin orange. But What truly makes this stand out, to me, really truly makes this stand out opening is the mint. Ooh, when that mint show, I mean, it's like almost like the Doublemint commercial with a breath of freshness, you know, just a take of freshness that's come there. It's a nice fresh scent mixed with that citrus. Oh, it was done right. That was nice. Burns in 1819. The opening is really, really nice. Then you got some tobacco, some musk, some cinnamon, patchouli in there that kind of add masculinity and tone the citrus down some, you know, bring some depth to it. Then vanilla, cedar, saffron, some lavender. Look, it's once again, rose dove. So the note breakdown is going to be very, very complex, and it's going to be abundant. You know, it's going to be a plethora of notes in there, but so we're not going to get into all of them, but those are some of the ones that stick out. Just know, Burlington 1819. Awesome, distinguished man fragrance. Guarantee you. I guarantee you, Burlington 1819. If you, now this isn't like, this is not a party fragrance. This is not a club fragrance. This is not a Playboy fragrance. No. This is not that. None of these fragrances I give you, no, they're not that. Not that at all. This is for a distinguished gentleman, all right? Not the club hopper, okay? Not the club hopper. I repeat again, not the club hopper, okay? All right, so those are the fragrances for my distinguished gentleman family, and that's what we're gonna roll with. Once again, continue viewers, thank you for tuning to the channel. Suits and Scents. Before you make any decisions, go back, check out some of the previous videos from Suits and Scents, make your decision from that. Continue viewers, much love, truly appreciate you. Can't stop, won't stop, not gonna stop. Why stop? It's not happening. I promise you it's not happening, okay? All right, fam, to the next video, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Deuces.